At Bath Savings, you know us for our exceptional customer service. And that service extends to our secure online and mobile banking solutions, so you can feel comfortable accessing and managing your accounts wherever you are. And it's all backed by the same personalized customer service from neighbors right here in your community. To learn more about Bath Savings online and mobile banking solutions, visit bathsavings.com. Bath Savings, your neighbor, your bank.
Hager Enterprises, a paving and excavation contractor specializing in all sorts of site work, utility installations, and road construction since 1987.
Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of High School Hoops. I'm your host Larry Seidlinger, and in the studio today with me is the ladies from the Lincoln Academy Eagles. And to my right here is Miriam Delisle, Caden Rogers, Kennedy Anderson, and Scarlett O'Brien. Did I get them all right?
Yep.
I did. Okay. Ladies, thank you for stopping in. High School Hoops, you're the first ladies team that we've had on. And all the I think this is episode number 10 or 11, so you guys had a pretty good year this year.
Yeah.
10 and 8, 8 and 10 to finish up the season, but you had a big win in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that Mountain Valley game. You had to go there to win.
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm. I think it was a rough game at the beginning. It was kind of close, back and forth, but then we had a talk in the locker room. We're like, okay, we need to get it together. Our shots are gonna fall this half, and then we came out and we started hitting all of our threes. We had really good communication, offense and defense, and they got a little flustered, so we were able to just take the lead and ease
Scarlett, going to play in the tournament down at the Expo.
Yes.
Spruce Mountain, #1 ranked team. That's a big chore.
It's a big. A lot of people doubted us, didn't have faith in us almost.
Because, I had faith, but I did doubt you.
Yeah, they were expecting it because we were the 9th seed, and we had played them in regular season, and we had lost by 15 or so. So I think the fans were definitely shocked and surprised that we were that close and we were up for a lot of the game and that we went into overtime with them.
What happened?
The energy was just really high,
yeah.
Before, and warm-ups were really good, and it was just. And once we play together, we play really well. Once we're all in the groove of the game.
Who's the defensive stopper, Caden?
I don't know. I'd say probably either Miriam or Scarlett. When we had Maggie Thompson, when she was able to play, she was, she had really good defensive skills.
She's a pretty good
on
athlete.
the court.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like playing at the Expo?
It's amazing. I mean, a big court, a lot of people, a known arena,
Yeah.
It's nice when the two teams are on an unfamiliar court. It kind of evens everything out. But I think all year we've played better against good teams. We lost a few games we shouldn't have, but when we play good teams like Oceanside and Madomic and Spruce, we play really good against them. And obviously we weren't able to pull off the win, but I think we played really well, and we played really good at the Expo.
Did you feel like you played up to a better level of competition, and when your level of competition was not as good, you played down to their level?
Yes,
Definitely.
definitely.
Why is that? What makes you kids do that?
I don't even know. It's I can't even explain it. It just happens.
I think we just think since the other team
we
isn't so
expect.
good, then we're automatically gonna win by 30. So then we just lose that mentality of oh, this is gonna be an easy game, or we have that mentality and then we don't play so good.
Yeah.
So then we're not trying our hardest and putting ourselves out there. It doesn't matter.
Which one of you? Somebody's here is the captain. I'm not sure which. Who's the captain in this?
There's 3 of us.
There's 3 captains here.
Yeah.
Okay, who's the vocal one? The real vocal one?
They all are, but
Yeah, we're all pretty vocal.
We have another captain, Olivia Ball, and she's
She's
a
an
sophomore.
underclassman, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah,
a sophomore,
yeah.
but she's also very vocal, and
Yep.
she is not afraid to say
No.
what's on her mind, which
Yeah.
I think is very good.
She like a big brother?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
They're the same person.
And a special thanks to Mr. Tyson Big Country Ball for getting these ladies together. He did all my dirty work for me, and he dressed you all alike. I thought that was really good. Speak a little bit about being a varsity player for Lincoln Academy. What's it like, the commitment level?
I've been on the varsity team since my sophomore year, and like it's a lot of commitment, but it's also it's honestly so much fun. You know, I came in, I never played basketball in middle school. I started my freshman year, and you know, just getting to like know all the girls, and then we had a new coach, like a new head coach, come up for varsity, and I think that was really exciting, and she did a really good job. So.
Coach O'Brien, she tough to play for?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But
She tells it like it is?
Yeah.
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 I think we needed that change though from like Kevin Feltus, who has coached us for a long time, to a newer coach. I think we all needed that like
Yeah.
adjustment.
She get mad at you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite a bit, yeah.
Very.
So I stomp her feet.
Yeah.
But I feel like that almost like helped us because that made us like want it more.
You know it wasn't personal.
No, maybe towards me since I'm her sister,
Sometimes.
but
Well, girls have a little different temperament than boys. Boys, you know, you punch each other in the nose and you go off and be best friends, but girls don't work that way.
no.
You tend to hold a little
A grudge.
grudge, okay?
Yeah.
But that's all part of being a team,
Yeah.
is coming together. What's Lincoln Academy girls basketball going to be next year?
I honestly think they're gonna be pretty good. I mean, we had a freshman this year, Izzy Bay. She has a lot of potential. She's played on a bunch of different like AAU basketball teams. She has experience playing with like better skilled like players, and like obviously her starting a few games this year, I think it also helped boost her confidence, and I think next year she's gonna be a very big asset, along with Rowan Coffin and having Maggie back. It'd be nice to have her back, but we have a lot of like younger players who are good.
I think it'll be like a really strong team because they've like played together for so many years.
Yeah.
And sorry.
Go ahead, Scarlett.
And because like since they're losing like 5 seniors, like they're also still very young, so they have these couple of years to like work and
Grow.
build together, which will help
Do you
them
feel
a lot.
as seniors that you have to set the commitment bar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
think
think it helps for these younger classmen to, you know, be able to look up to us and, you know, see what, you know, it's like to be an upperclassman, and the commitment is a huge part of that. I mean, all of us are helping out with the 8th grade basketball tournament that's going on down at Lincoln, and I think that, you know, shows our younger classmen, you know, how much you have to be invested in it.
Pay it forward. Because people did it for you when you were little kids.
Yeah.
And now you're big kids, and you got to pay it
Yeah.
forward.
Right. Yeah.
Do you play summer ball? Did you play summer ball this summer?
Yes.
You have a good summer?
We did. We went to Gold Rush, and we were the champions there with like half of our team, and some of them were like freshmen, like incoming freshmen. So we had never like really played together, but we just worked really hard there, and we came out as champions. So I think that helped like boost our confidence, and then we went and scrimmaged some other teams and like played other times, and it just like it made us feel good about ourselves, and we were capable of it.
I think Gold Rush like really brought us together as a team because we didn't have like a few of our upperclassmen, and we played this team 3 times, and we lost to them twice before beating them again in the championship game, which helped us so much. And we went to a few lectures while we were up there, and just learning about how to like be a good teammate, how to be a good team all together also. And I think learning those things like really helped us like come together, and like towards the end of the season we were like, guys, we learned this stuff at Gold Rush, you know, like we were like hyping each other up, hitting each other, like just like get ready, like let's go before the games, and it really helped us.
Scarlett, talk to us about what's it take to be a good teammate.
I think showing your responsibility on the team and like your role. So Kenny told us each like a role of how we were. Like I was the junkyard dog, so that means like I'm aggressive, I'm all over the court, and I want it. So I think showing your team that what you are capable of and like actually doing it is really good. And I also think that like just like understanding each other and like being able to communicate with each other is really important.
Kennedy, who's the cheerleader?
Cadence.
Yes.
All the way.
Definitely.
Yeah. during practices, on the bench, anytime, she's always cheering for us.
Why are you the cheerleader, Katie?
I grew up with a gymnastics background, and there was, you were super involved, whether, you were just watching somebody else, and I think that really carried into now, and, if I don't get a lot of minutes on the court, I'm still able to, pick my underclassmen up and cheer them on and, get everybody really fired up, because that helps us succeed and, be able to bring home a win.
There's more to being on a team than just being on the court,
Yeah.
being involved.
Yeah.
What goes on the bench is really important. Ladies basketball, the 4 schools now with Camden, Oceanside, Madomic, and Lincoln. That's a dogfight every night, isn't it?
Yeah.
You really like that competition, that crosstown rival?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I think
so
last year
nice.
it was like a little bit like harder for us because Oceanside was really good and like Madomic, but we showed up this year and we had them scared. Like
Yeah.
when
You
we
did?
went, when we were
yeah.
playing at Oceanside, like they were getting nervous because they didn't believe that what we could do, but we showed them what we could do.
Even when we played Madomic, at Madomic and home, I mean, the game was within a couple of points.
Almost got them at home.
Yes.
What happened? I thought you had them. I really did. I thought you had them.
I think
Katana Williamson.
Yeah, I think we also, like, the same thing kind of happened to Spruce. Like, we had this lead, but I feel like we needed to work on, like, keeping that momentum. Like, just because you're up doesn't mean you're going to stay up. Like, teams will go on runs and stuff. I think that's just, like, what happened at the end is we were all, like, exhausted. We gave it our all the entire game, and, like, then it comes down to, like, having to foul to get the ball back, and people make their free throws, and, sometimes like you can't get back
It
from
just
that.
doesn't bounce your way.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about each one about your thoughts of Coach O'Brien. How you like playing for her?
Well, I was really excited at first because she was my sister and it's like a new like female coach, so I could connect with her like differently. Sometimes it was really frustrating and hard because she looks at me like a little differently than everyone else, so I feel like she was harder on me and she can admit to that. But even though like we had our ups and downs, like I'm super glad that she was my coach for these past 2 years because she had a lot of hope in us and it just like boosted our confidence a lot.
Can you relate to what Tyson goes through with his dad being the coach?
Probably.
A little bit?
Yeah.
To basketball 24/7?
Yes.
How about you, Kennedy?
I think it's great. I mean, I think it's all hard for us since she's like kind of closer to our age, but it's great. I mean, yeah.
And you, Caden? She is close to your age.
Yeah, I enjoyed the last 3 years, like getting to know her and stuff. And I feel as having a younger coach, she was able, like Scarlett said, she's able to relate to us a lot more. And she sees, the struggles that we go through if it's at school or if it's, on the court or whatnot. And she's able to have a little bit more of a personal connection with us, which is helpful.
Miriam, you were one of the leading scorers on the team this year.
Yeah. Well, I liked having Cagney. I was able to talk to her because, like, obviously I expect, like, a lot out of myself. And, like, when I don't perform how I like, it really upsets me. But I was able to, like, go to her and, like, talk to her when I was, like, in, like, a mental slump and, like, just wasn't doing good some games. So that was really nice having her. It was also difficult sometimes to, like, when you say, like, bite your tongue when you're getting a little pissed off. Because, she liked to antagonize us a little bit, I'd say. But
Does she have a sharp tongue at times?
yeah. Yes, but, we have to stay quiet because we don't
Does her
want
sister have the same sharp tongue?
they're also the same person. But, yeah, I think it was nice having her, and she was, like, it was really fun having her as a coach.
What's the future hold? What's your future next year?
Well, I think I'm going to go play lacrosse somewhere. Maybe thinking about playing basketball, but yeah, I'm not really sure yet. I'm
You
still
haven't picked a
thinking.
school?
Maybe USM. I'm looking there for lacrosse at the moment.
How about you, Kennedy?
I'm between a few schools. I haven't really committed to one yet, but I've also given the Army National Guard a little bit of thought, but
Undecided.
undecided.
How about you, Kennedy?
I haven't fully committed, but I think I'm going to University of Maine, Orono. And yeah.
Be an engineer?
No, I think I'm going to major in elementary education.
A teacher?
Yep.
I'm going to Central Maine Community College. I'll also be playing basketball there, but I'm going for a radiology technician.
Nice. The medical field.
Yes.
Good field. What is your thoughts on girls basketball in the state of Maine here now? Do you think it's where it should be in compared to the boys?
I think it's definitely like improved over these past couple of years, and it's getting more attention that it deserves. Like, it's getting posted a lot over like all social media, and it's getting the recognition that it deserves, and it's definitely grown.
What was your thoughts of being on TV all the time?
That was nice. It was cool. Yeah. I feel like you only like see boys basketball, but like once you start to see girls teams, it's like, okay, now we're
Not at
getting
LCTV. We saw as many girls as you did
Yeah, yeah.
boys.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, it's nice to see like girls teams being talked about and like, you know, like recognized. But like one thing that I hope changes is like schedules for like the playoff games, you know, how boys are like in at night and stuff and girls are like in the day. Like, I don't know.
Believe me, you don't want that 9 o'clock at night on a Friday night game.
I think it means that we'll have more of a crowd because, like, for at least the Lincoln boys games at the Expo, there was more of like a student section and a crowd, and no one really wants to go to like a 1 o'clock game for the girls.
I did.
I know. Thank you. But I don't know. I think it's really grown, but it's also like, I don't know. I just really like a crowd, but it's gotten better, definitely.
But you have some pretty good crowds at Lincoln.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the Madomic home game, you had a lot of people there for that game. Do you think LCTV helped by what LCTV did, broadcasting your games, your girls' games now over the last 3 years, has helped exposure here, certainly along the Midcoast?
Definitely.
I think so.
I think it was nice too, cause like, I know like my aunt and like my grandparents and stuff watched like every single one of my home games, which was so nice getting a text after the game from them. But it helped like let people know about us.
People that
you
don't
know?
live in the area could watch it. Yeah, I mean there was thousands of people that watched your games, thousands. It was incredible. It was really, really fun. How long have you guys played together?
Kennedy and I have played together since like middle school. And then Scarlett and I started playing together in like seventh grade. We played on a Lincoln travel team. We went to some like the basketball camps, and Cagney coached us actually out of the MAC.
Yeah, we were at the MAC.
Yeah.
And Caden, you didn't start until you were a sophomore.
Freshman.
You
Yep.
saw how much fun they were having.
Oh yeah. I was like, I'll just give it a try.
Did you realize how much work it was going to be?
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely a challenge. I mean, I had no basketball background at all, and my first coach was Donovan York, and he helped me, you know, learn like all the fundamentals while still making it such a fun environment to be in, especially with my first year.
Did you think as girls you were going to have to work as hard as the guys did to be good? Did you ever kind of like say, this is a lot of work?
Well, at first when Kevin was still a coach, I was really nervous for tryouts because people always made it seem like, oh my gosh, this is like the worst thing ever. So I went in with like a very like nervous mindset. But after the first 2 days, like I felt good about it and I was like confident.
Yeah, and our freshman year also was like we were coming off of COVID and everything, so it was like our tryouts, we all had to wear like face coverings and everything, so that like made a challenge. And I just remember being like extremely scared coming in and having to try out for Kevin because I just knew how tough it was going to be.
He was a tough coach.
Yeah.
I'll let you in on a secret. I coached at Lincoln Academy in the mid-'80s, and Kevin was on my first freshman team.
Oh,
really?
Wow.
And he
that's
was
cool.
really, really good. And he even got better when Mr. Page took over. He played on that '89 state championship team. Did you guys know that?
No, I
I
didn't.
didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
We have
pretty
have it
cool.
on LCTV. You can watch the '89 state championship.
Really?
Yeah, and Kevin
Awesome.
Kevin was I think, starting forward on that team.
Oh wow.
If not, he was six-man coming in. He was really good, and he was really tall then. Too. What else would you like for folks at home to know about Lincoln Academy girls basketball? Don't everybody speak at once.
I think that these girls, coming up have huge potential if they really, put their minds to it. I mean, it's an extremely young team. Next year they're going to have, I think, one senior. So you go from losing 5 to only losing 1. So those girls are going to have at least two more plus years playing together. And, Olivia Ball and Lily Labrie and Lily Pinkham, they've all been playing together since they were in middle school, if not younger. So they've really, created a connection with one another that's going to help them to succeed next year and be a threat.
Kennedy, if you had something to say, you're going to be a teacher. If you had something to say to a 5th grade girl about basketball, what would you tell her?
Oh gosh. I mean, it's really hard work, but it's also really fun if the coach makes it and if you make it, I guess.
You learn something about commitment,
Yeah.
teamwork.
Yep.
There's no I in team.
I would also just say, like, put yourself out there. Like Cadence did, you never know what you're going to, what's going to happen. So it's worth trying it. If you don't like it after the first day, then you don't have to do it. But if you do it the first couple of days, you'll fall in love with it. And it's definitely worth trying something new.
You think that?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I think you have to want to play. You want to have fun, because you're not gonna have fun if you don't want to be here. And you need to be able to commit to something. Every day of the week you have practice, you have a game or something. You might have games on the weekend and stuff, early morning practices, but it's worth it in the end.
You learn a little something about yourself,
Yeah.
about what you can put yourself through to get better.
Yeah.
What do you, as being a varsity basketball player at Lincoln Academy, you think other kids look up to the team?
Yeah, I mean, we had a bunch of middle school girls that would come and watch multiple games. I always saw, Nobleboro girls, GSB, Bristol, all of them in the stands, and they would come game after game. And I think that it's, really huge to be able to watch.
Set the example
Yeah.
of what you can be a lady, but you can be a really good basketball
Yeah.
player too.
Yeah.
That's important to little girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's important to little boys too, little kids to see bigger kids act like young adults.
Definitely.
Moving forward, you said you're going to play basketball.
Yes.
You're not sure what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Somebody was going to play lacrosse. Was it you?
Yeah, me.
Did you play lacrosse for Lincoln?
Yeah, I started playing when I was a freshman.
Were you any good?
Yeah.
That was a loaded question.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have asked that. That wasn't fair. What else would you like people to know about the Lincoln Academy girls basketball team?
I would say we were as capable as the boys team, and we definitely deserve we've been getting more recognition and more people, but it's worth just to go to one game or something like that and just support the team as much as they support the boys, and we'll go and watch the boys and stuff like that. We're all just a big community after all, so it's worth just knowing that we're here.
What is the one thing about Coach O'Brien that you'd like other people to know? I'll start with you, Kennedy.
She's harsh, but she loves you. She loves us and the team.
I think she shows a really strong commitment to the team. I mean, we did a bunch of preseason work. We were always having team meetings and stuff after school if something wasn't going right. And I think that she really, truly cares about all of us girls. I mean, she had no shame pulling one of us aside and, asking us, what was bothering us, if, we were not doing as well in practice or something, or, if maybe somebody didn't get the playing time they wanted to. There was always a text following, up with that, and she was just constantly always there for us.
You appreciate her honesty?
Yeah. I think
Maybe not all of it sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, she was hard on us, but it was good. She expects a lot out of us, and we should expect the same out of ourselves. And I think having someone who's hard on you is good because it pushes you. And yes, it's annoying, but she just cares.
You were the scorer Did you lead the team in scoring this year?
Yeah.
What did you feel as responsibility, the person that had to get their points every game?
Well, some games is really stressful or like annoying because, we all have games where we don't play good. And I don't like not playing good and like not like scoring as much as I usually do. Like I have a goal for myself and I want to complete that every game. I want to score. Like for everyone, I want to get it done on defense, on offense. Some games I would have a bad offensive game, but then I was able to get it done on defense or have good passes and like help with assists. But it was definitely stressful at times and like, but yeah, I don't know.
Did you feel the pressure when she wasn't shooting well?
I don't think I felt pressure just because I knew that there was other players that are capable of scoring, like Lily LeBray, she's one of our like another high scorers. And just because like Miriam didn't have a good game doesn't mean that we all don't have a good game. So we just kind of all worked together and we knew like we would talk to Miriam and be like, it's okay, like it happens, but we're here for you. And
sometimes the offense just doesn't go, but there's no excuse for not playing good defense.
yes.
Yeah.
I think our defense is what wins us all of our
definitely.
games, especially our press. That's where we score most of our points from.
Off the press.
Yes.
Well, you almost got Madomic on that,
Yeah.
on that game, and probably
Spruce,
Spruce
yeah.
Mountain too.
Definitely Spruce.
Yeah, that was good stuff. All right, we've got to wrap this up. We're getting out of time. Anything you want to tell the folks at home about Lincoln Academy girls basketball? It's got a rich tradition. Unfortunately, I don't know if you girls knew Mr. Pinkham, who passed away just recently. He really set the bar pretty high back in the 80s, and Mr. Feld has carried it on. Anything else you want to add to this?
I just think it's, important to put yourself out there, like, as a girls player, like, don't be scared. Like, it always turns out okay in the end. And I think it's important that if you really like something, then you got to do your best to achieve it.
Good stuff. Well, folks, I want to say thank you to the Lincoln Academy Eagles ladies basketball team here. Miriam Delisle, Caden Rogers, Kennedy Anderson, and Scarlett O'Brien for taking a few minutes at the end of the season here to sit down and tell us a little bit about their senior year at high school, ladies basketball at Lincoln Academy. So, ladies, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good
very
luck,
much.
whatever the
you.
future may hold
Thank
for
you.
the rest of you. And thank you for joining LCTV.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
That's it for it now, folks. We'll see you next week, as I just bet you there might be some more ladies in the studio talking ladies basketball. See you next time, folks. Thanks for watching.
At Bath Savings, you know us for our exceptional customer service. And that service extends to our secure online and mobile banking solutions. So you can feel comfortable accessing and managing your accounts wherever you are. And it's all backed by the same personalized customer service from neighbors right here in your community. To learn more about Bath Savings online and mobile banking solutions, visit bathsavings.com. Bath Savings, your neighbor, your bank.
Hager Enterprises, a paving and excavation contractor specializing in all sorts of site work, utility installations, and road construction since 1987.